So, hello everybody. I'm Ananya and welcome to my podcast, Let's Talk Art with Ananya. And the theme of my podcast is how do you really stay artistic? So, as a guest today, we have Andrea Furtick. And what do you have to say, Andrea? Anything?
Hi. I'm sorry.
No, anything you have to say to the audience? Anything?
Oh, it's an honor to be here and share my experience as an artist with you all.
Absolutely. It's lovely to have you on today and welcome. So, I had a couple of questions for you, and I would love to hear your answers and what you have to say for them. So the
Okay.
first one being, how and when did you really know that art was a calling? Did you wanted to pursue a career in art?
I knew art was a calling, honestly, for me when I was a very small child. I just loved drawing pictures. It was the first career I was ever interested in. And even though, over time and we explore different things, you're like, oh, I might want to be, a teacher or a psychologist or something else. I always just really wanted to be an artist. And it seems like all those other interests just kind of divulged into the artwork that I was making.
That's lovely to hear. So what is your opinion of art and its importance to society?
Art is here to allow other people to see through our eyes. It's really hard, actually, to create a parallel perspective of some vision with another person. But when you have an artwork, a painting, a writing, a sculpture, that gives you the deepest vision that another soul could have through your own eyes. And that might actually shift the perspective that you have on that subject. And so art does a lot. It shows us things, it teaches us things, it moves how we feel about different things and our visions, and it helps us evolve as people to change who we are because we ultimately are the best work of art.
That's so true. And that's up. I mean, I feel that. It's so true. So do you have any inspiration that you look up to for art? Or do you just create what pops up in your head?
I actually, well, my style of art, I create what pops up in my head. My I guess my genre is I specifically create divination style art. So that's my focus, my concentration, I guess. I create divination art that is more in it's more into your spirit. And so I hope my art actually like really touches people more than just in a sense of enjoyment, but it really enhanced how you felt as a person or about a thing. Like that's what I try to use my art for.
That's great. So you would never replicate any art, right? You just create whatever pops up
No.
in your head. That's lovely.
Yes.
That's lovely. And do you also have any medium that you feel comfortable working with, or anything works well for you?
I like acrylic paint. I like oil paint, but obviously it takes a little bit longer. I'm not fond of watercolor as much. But I've been taking those paintings and shifting them to more graphic things now, and that too is a form of art. And so I've been exploring different mediums and trying new things recently.
So how do you like the change from real art to graphic art?
Hmm, It has to start from real art for me. I like graphic art. It's cool, it's fun, but it's not the same as, what happens when you pick up a paintbrush. Because sometimes the mistakes that you make during physical painting end up being the most beautiful thing. And I think you miss out on that opportunity when you immediately always start with the graphic art. So I like to take a physical painting that I've made and then I turn it into something that, comes from a graphic.
Oh, that's lovely. So you know that, that's something you already liked. So there's no chance of a mistake in that sort. That's great. And
Yes. Yeah, with graphics, you already have it perfect from the beginning, and so you can't have the moment. Yeah.
yeah. Do you also believe that everybody has a different definition and opinion of a successful art piece?
Um, I guess everyone does have an opinion of what a successful art piece is. I think it's as successful as you make it. If you, okay, so in my very first deck in 2016, I made a painting that I added. I don't know if you know about tarot, but it traditionally has 78 cards. Well, my deck has 79 cards because I added one card to make the project my own and to feel like, I didn't just make this all the way through. So I made one card of my own to add to the system. And so I've taken that piece of art over time and I've traveled it and created different things from it and honestly just expanded the vision of what it was. So I think that's when you can do something like that with graphicness. So when I start and then I go across and I have a figurine from it now, it has tapestries and dolls and all kinds of cool things. It's a journey.
It is, yeah. And what about a successful artist? So, what is your opinion of that? Like, can anybody be successful, or how is that?
Anyone can be successful, I think, if you are honestly just really honest about the art that you make. There's a space for everybody. Somebody's going to love it, somebody's not. You just have to find the people that vibe with, what you make and how you create things. And you will be very successful in your own right. We all have the birthright to reign supreme of our own life. People are like, I want to be like Beyonce. Well, be the Beyonce of your life. That's all you have to do. And so, as an artist, just be the best you can be, and is where you're going to find your best and your fullest success. And it'll make you feel like you are the Beyonce of your life.
Absolutely. And that's lovely to hear. Lastly, I had to ask you that how do you feel of where you currently are today? Of yourself, of everything around you and your art, basically. How do you feel to
How
be?
do I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't think I understood what you said.
How do you feel of yourself, your art, and everything around you at this point? Like, how do you feel of yourself to be at this point, basically? To have achieved so much.
Oh, I don't ever really think of it like that. I always have so much more I want to do. It's good to have gratitude, for what you've done, but I sit in a space where I try to equally do that and look forward. So I always have a long line of things, that I'm looking forward to. I am humbled that I've been able to do so much. A lot of people quit a lot earlier, or, oh, it's just too hard. And, they never fully see their projects through. There's definitely been, troubles and different situations. I produce a lot of my products overseas, and, shipping's been a little wonky lately. And so there's been a lot of situations, but it's a true love for the art that will make you keep doing it even when it's hard.
That's true. That's correct. So it was lovely to have you on again. And thank you so much for doing this with
Yes,
me. I loved having you on.
yes. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you have a beautiful art career over the time. And I wish you the best journey possible.
Thank you so much. And I wish the same for you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.